Close your eyes. Imagine the sun is hitting your face. You hear the sound of the ocean. Shh, shh. You have a cold drink in your hand, and for the next 7 days, you don't have to work. You don't have to check your email.
Oh, Anna, you are making me want to leave the studio right now. I can almost smell the sea salt.
Not yet, Eric. We have a podcast to do. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Anna.
And I'm Eric. Today, we are talking about everyone's favorite thing, vacation.
But wait, Eric, before we start, I have a secret. I have a very serious bug.
A bug? Like an insect? Do we need to call a doctor?
No, it's an idiom. I have the travel bug. Eric, can you explain what that means for our listeners?
Of course, if you have the travel bug, it means you have a very strong desire to travel. You can't stop thinking about your next trip. It's like a feeling inside you that says, I must go somewhere new.
Exactly. And today, we are going to help our listeners talk about their trips. We will talk about planning, the airport, and what to do when you arrive.
And listeners, stay tuned until the very end because Anna and I are going to share our travel disaster stories. Mine involved a lost suitcase and a very angry goat in a taxi.
A goat in a taxi? I can't wait to hear that. Let's get started. Eric, when you start thinking about a trip, what is the first thing you feel?
Well, first, I feel a lot of wanderlust.
Wanderlust. That's a big, beautiful word. Let's break it down.
Wanderlust is a strong desire to explore the world. Wander means to walk around slowly without a specific direction, and lust means a strong craving. So, wanderlust is the hunger to see the world.
I have so much wanderlust right now. So when I feel that, I have to book a flight. Eric, let's explain the word book. Usually a book is something we read, right?
Correct. No, in travel, to book is a verb. It means to reserve or to buy a ticket in advance. You can book a flight, book a hotel, or even book a table at a restaurant.
And before I book, I always look for a bargain. A bargain? Does that mean something very expensive?
No, the opposite. A bargain is something sold at a price that is much lower than usual. It's a great deal. If a flight is usually $500, but I find it for $200, that is a bargain.
I love saving money. But Eric, when you plan a trip, are you a spontaneous traveler or do you make a strict itinerary?
Let's explain itinerary first. That's a hard word to say. I-T-I-N-E-R-A-R-Y.
An itinerary is a detailed plan or a list of things you will do on your trip. Monday, visit the museum. Tuesday, go to the beach. Wednesday, eat 10 pizzas.
I like Wednesday's plan, but I am actually spontaneous.
Spontaneous means you do things naturally and suddenly without planning them first. You just wake up and say, let's go to the mountains today.
It's more exciting that way, but usually I have to think about my budget.
A budget is the amount of money you have to spend. If you have a tight budget, it means you don't have much money, so you must be careful. Okay, so we booked the flight, we have our itinerary. Now we have to pack.
I hate packing, Anna. I always wait until the last minute.
Last minute means doing something at the very end, just before it's too late. That's why you always forget things.
I know. I always forget my essentials.
Essentials are the things you absolutely need, things you cannot live without. For me, my essentials are my passport, my phone charger, and my toothbrush.
For me, an essential is my neck pillow for the plane.
Eric, do you take a lot of luggage or do you travel light?
Let's explain those. Luggage or baggage are the bags and suitcases you take. If you travel light, it means you only take a small bag. You don't bring many clothes.
I am not a light traveler. I bring a huge suitcase.
A suitcase is the large rectangular bag with wheels.
But I always worry that my suitcase is overweight.
Overweight means it weighs more than the airline allows. If your bag is overweight, you have to pay a fee.
A fee is an extra amount of money you pay for a service. I hate extra fees. That's why I try to use a carry-on bag.
A carry-on is the small bag that you take onto the plane with you. It stays in the cabin above your seat.
We arrive at the airport. It's busy. Where do we go first?
We go to the check-in counter. That is where you show your passport and give the airline your big suitcases.
And they give you a boarding pass.
A boarding pass is your ticket to get onto the plane. It shows your seat number.
Then we go through security.
Security is where they check your bags to make sure everything is safe. Sometimes you have to take off your shoes.
After security, I go to the departure lounge.
Departure, that is the opposite of arrival. Departure means leaving, arrival means coming. So the departure lounge is where you wait to leave.
Eric, my flight is not direct. I have a layover in London. What is a layover?
A layover or stopover is a short stay in a city between two parts of a journey. You get off one plane, wait in the airport, and then get on another plane.
Sometimes layovers are long, but don't be late for your gate. The gate is the specific door where you get on your plane.
And watch the screen for a gate change. That's when the airline moves your plane to a different door at the last minute.
The worst thing at the airport is a delay.
A delay is when the plane is late. It was supposed to leave at 2, but now it leaves at 5.
That makes me very frustrated. Frustrated means feeling annoyed because things are not going correctly.
Okay, the plane has landed. We're in a new country. Now we need a place to sleep. Anna, where do you usually stay?
I usually stay in a hotel. I like having my own bathroom and a big bed.
I prefer a hostel.
A hostel? Can you explain the difference for our listeners?
A hotel is private. You have your own room. But a hostel is much cheaper. You usually share a room with other travelers. We call this a dormitory or a dorm.
Ah, so a hostel is good for people on a budget.
Exactly. It's very social. You meet many people.
I also like all-inclusive resorts.
All-inclusive, that means the price you pay includes everything. Your room, your food, and your drinks. You don't have to carry your wallet.
It's very relaxing. But Eric, I know you like Airbnbs.
Yes, an Airbnb is when you rent a real apartment or a house from a local person. It feels more local.
Speaking of local, when I travel, I want to find local gems.
Local gems. I love that phrase. A gem is a precious stone, like a diamond. So a local gem is a place that is wonderful, but not many tourists know about it. Maybe a small restaurant or a hidden beach.
It's the opposite of a tourist trap.
A tourist trap is a place that is very crowded and too expensive because it's designed only to take money from tourists.
Okay, Eric, we promised the listeners a story. Tell us about the goat.
Haha, okay. I was on vacation in a small village. I booked a taxi to the airport. When the taxi arrived, there was a goat in the back seat.
A real goat, like bah!
Yes, the driver said, "Don't worry, he's friendly." So I had to sit next to the goat for 30 minutes. The goat tried to eat my boarding pass.
That is a true travel disaster. A disaster is a very bad or funny event that ruins your plans.
Luckily, I saved my boarding pass, but my bag smelled like a farm for the whole flight.
Oh, Eric, that is a great story. Well, listeners, our vacation is over. We have to go home.
And when we get home, we might feel jet lag.
Jet lag is that tired feeling you get after a long flight when you cross different time zones. Your body thinks it's 2 a.m., but the sun is shining.
It takes a few days to feel normal again.
We hope you enjoyed this journey with us today. We covered so many words: wanderlust, bargain, itinerary, essentials, layovers, and local gems.
Now it's your turn. In the comments, tell us what is your favorite essential item to pack.
And please subscribe our channel. We want to help you reach your goals.
Give us a thumbs up if you learned something new today.
See you in the next video. Happy travels!
Bye-bye.